But somehow we made everything complicated. We built towers to touch the sky and forgot what held us to the ground. Don Barber. That's the name they give us. Born in 1871, dead by 1925, 53 years old. And somehow, during those 53 years, he built half of America. Terminal Station, Yale buildings, Supreme Court halls, the Travelers Tower, banks, cathedrals, museums, all signed by one man. Tell me, have you ever met a man who built 5 cities before breakfast? They say he studied at Yale, then Paris, then just came back and, poof, built a civilization. No machines, no modern cranes, no logistics, just marble, steel, and magic. I read his biography. It's 2 paragraphs long, half awards, half obituary, no diaries, no photos of construction, no scaffolding. Just finished masterpieces, perfect, timeless, impossible. If Don Barber built all this, he wasn't an architect. He was a ghost, a signature added to someone else's work. Because these buildings, they don't look new. They look ancient, like memories of a civilization we forgot. And once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. Same architecture, same symmetry, same impossible speed, all around the world. They call it coincidence. I call it inheritance. Every civilization has a creation myth, a spark, a god, a bang. They say the universe began with light bursting out of nothing. But maybe history works the same way. One sudden explosion of brilliance, and then amnesia. The 1800s were mud and horses. Then suddenly, marble, electricity, towers, domes. A big bang of architecture. We're told it was progress. But what if it was a restart? Look around. Paris, Chicago, Beijing, Budapest. Different continents, same fingerprints, perfect stone symmetry, precise proportions, and then decay. All at once. We call it the industrial age, but it feels more like the aftermath of something greater. What if we didn't build these cities? We just inherited them. History says man learned, evolved, improved, but the evidence says man remembered, copied, and declined. Civilization doesn't rise slowly, it flashes and fades. Like memory, like light, like a story being told again and again until the words lose their meaning. You can feel them, the ones who built this world. Their hands are gone, but their fingerprints are everywhere. In the stones, in the arches, in the silence between bricks. We gave them a name once, Tartaria, and then we erased it. They say it was a myth, but old maps tell another story. A vast empire stretching across the world vanished overnight. Not destroyed, renamed, assimilated, forgotten. Every country's history feels patched together, different actors reading the same script. Maybe that's the point. Erase the builders, and the rest of us forget we're living in their ruins. Look around. We can't build what they built. Not the scale, not the detail, not the soul. Not with our machines, not with our debt. We think we're advanced, but we're scavengers, repainting old temples and calling them progress. Maybe the real builders didn't vanish. Maybe they're waiting for us to stop pretending. You know the story. The emperor walks naked through the crowd, and everyone claps, because pretending feels safer than seeing. That's how power works. Not through fear, through agreement. As long as we agree to the illusion, the crown stays on. But the illusion is cracking, the fabric is tearing, the actors are forgetting their lines. The world's stage is collapsing under the weight of its own script. Every empire begins with faith and ends with theater. And this one's on its final act. The truth doesn't shout, it waits quietly, until the applause dies. The child who said the emperor has no clothes wasn't brave, he was honest. And honesty is the end of control. When enough people stop pretending, the lights go out. The show ends. I once asked a psychic, "What is the nature of thoughts?" She smiled and said, "They're not yours." At first I laughed, but now I think she was right. We treat thoughts like possessions, my belief, my idea, my truth. But what if thought isn't something we make? What if it's something we tune into, like a river? We dip our cups for a while, then pass it on. Maybe that's why ideas appear in silence, in dreams, in those moments when you stop forcing it. Maybe truth doesn't come from learning, but from remembering. That's why they fear silence, because in silence you might hear something they didn't teach you. They can ban books, delete videos, rewrite timelines, but they can't stop the current. The river always finds another voice. Truth doesn't die. It hides until someone quiet enough listens. When I began this, I thought I was searching for answers. But every truth I found led me deeper into unknowing. And maybe that's the point. I used to think awakening meant victory. It doesn't. It feels like loss, like watching your old world crumble and realizing it was never real. But when all the lies burn away, what's left is peace. You stop chasing meaning. You start remembering being. Everything I learned was wrong. But that's not tragedy, that's freedom. Because when the false collapses, truth doesn't need to fight. It just remains. The world isn't ending. It's just the end of the act where we played blind. And now maybe we can finally open our eyes. Enough of me for this week. I love you all. God bless.